I'd like to look at what happens when we're talking about an at least once. So in this case, we're rolling a die 7 times. So we've got the first option, or the second time, the third time, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. And I want to first start by looking at, let's just look at this table. And I cannot draw straight lines, so I apologize. But we're just going to look at what are all of our possible outcomes. Because when we're talking about at least once, it's kind of one of those cases we don't care where this 6 comes up. So we're wanting a 6. So we could have a 6 on this first one. And then we could have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2. It doesn't matter, but we've had a 6. But it's saying at least once. But here's the thing. So a 6 could come up here, or a 6 could come up here, or a 6 could come up in these 3 places, or a 6 could come up in 4 places, or a 6 could come up in 5 places, or a 6 could come up in 6 places, or a 6 could come up in 7 places. All of these possibilities, and it really doesn't matter what our other numbers are. I could just say that I've got 1s in all of these others. It really doesn't matter. I at least have a 6 one time. But here's the thing. I could change it around. I could get a 1, a 6, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 2, a 4, okay? All of these include a 6, at least one time. So if we try to figure out all the possibilities of an at least once, more than likely, we're going to miss one. So anytime we look at an at least once, it's actually better to look at the opposite. When we're looking at that opposite, so that we can see, well, what is our other possibilities? What if we don't want a 6 to pop up? What are those possibilities? Well, the way that a 6 wouldn't pop up is if we had something like this. Or we could have something like this. So here's the thing. When we think about this, and we're thinking about, okay, what's the probability that a 6 does come up? Well, the probability of rolling a 6 is 1 out of 6. So we'd have to put like a 1 out of 6, 1 out of 6, that type of thing. But we also have to look at where it would be located and then look at all the different possibilities. But if we look at down here, what is the probability of not rolling a 6? Well, the probability of not rolling a 6 is rolling anything else, 1 through 5. So the probability of not rolling a 6 is a 5/6. Then we have to look at how many times are we rolling the die. Well, we rolled it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So since we're rolling it 7 times, Here's another question. Does it matter what I roll on this first time? Is that going to indicate what I have to roll on the second time? In other words, is that going to change what happens on that second time? No, these are independent events. Take a die, roll it. Whatever I get on that first time, it's not going to change what happens on that second time, or it's not going to influence what happens on that second roll. So since these are independent events, this first event has a 5/6 possibility of not getting a 6. The second roll has a 5/6 possibility of not being a 6, and so forth. And so I'm going to do this 7 times because we're rolling it 7 times. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I want the first one not to be a 6. And I want the second one to not be a 6. And I want the third one to not be a 6. So I want all of these to happen at the same time. I don't want this or this. I want this and this. This and this. Okay, here's the thing. Do I really want these? No. I want a 6 at least once. So I want the opposite of this. So I want, remember that all probabilities have to add up to 1. So I want a 1 minus this. Because 1 minus this is going to give me all of these up here, which is what I'm wanting. These down here is what this part is going to give me. So I'm going to get 1 minus the opposite of what I really want, 5/6, raised to however many times I'm rolling my die. So whenever you calculate this, you're going to do 1 minus and then 5/6 raised to the 7th power. And so you're going to get a 7. Let's do, why is my eraser not wanting to work now? Of course. I don't know. Okay, let's try this again. 7, 2, 1. Okay? So hopefully that kind of shows you a little bit. Anytime you're wanting that at least once, you're going to go with the opposite. And you're going to do a 1 minus type of thing. So let me know if you have any questions. And keep up practicing.